Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
One, two, three, and four. Can we do that? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Thank you. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 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 4. So we're making it to 6 now. This way. Watch me. You watch first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 now. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Please, let's encourage ourselves. You clap there. Make a clap. All right, 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're making it 8 now. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Thank you. All right, the 8. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Beautiful morning to you viewers at home. How are you doing? Happy beautiful Saturday morning. You're tuned into Western Spring Television and this is Spring Delight. Yes, and if you can see what is going on at my background is quite different. This is you keeping fit. This is you keeping healthy. How else should you spend your Saturday morning than for you to just come to the gym and take care of yourself, your body, your mind, and soul? This is the best way for you to feel relief and just feel good and let all the blood flow. So join me as I take you through this journey of exercise. I hope you have a delightful morning with us.
All right, from the 8 again. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 9, 10. 8. All right. To 10 now. We're taking it to 10. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. 9, 10. 9, 10. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, okay, the 2 hands up. Let's bring it down a little from your fingers. Let's roll it. You drop the fingers, you drop it very well. You drop it. Remember, we're doing this for the love we have for our body. We are not doing this because we hate our body. Exercise is for me and you. It's good for you. For the love we have for our body. All right, the 2 hands up. Okay, right there, we're bringing our knees to the elbow. Just touch and smile. You touch. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, up there, the 2 hands up, the hands by the side. You bring it down, all right, down. And you relax there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's your program again, Spring Delight. The exercise segment of it, the exercise segment of the program. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just hold it, and then your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now back to the other legs. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Up, up to the sky. All right, we count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, the two legs out. All right, fingers at the toes. All right, we're trying to stretch our back muscles with this. You stretch it. For a few of us, that's all right. Stretch it. Let's stretch it. All right, thank you. All right, the two hands up again. So now the palm at the floor. So now we are lifting ourselves off a bit from the floor, just up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you change. Leg come up again, a little bit up. Ready? We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, the two legs out there. You stretch your hands to the toes there. Stretch it. You stretch it. All right, thank you. Okay, we'll go back a little bit. Now the two legs up. This will affect our stomach very well. All right, now you stretch it out, one leg out, and your toes pointing straight. Look at my toes pointing straight, your toes pointing straight. All right, we count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you change. These are some of the exercises that are good for our stomach, for our general body. All right, we change. We change it again. All right, you change. We change. You change. We change. I change. And you look up and smile. Exercise is fun. You smile whereas we are doing this for the love we have for our body. We are not doing this because we hate our body. 9, 10. Okay. All right, we go. Your right hand, left leg. You hold it there, and I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, you change. The left hand and right legs. I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, right there, we're bringing our elbow to the knee. You come to the center. We go to the other side. You come to the center. We go again. Back to the center and side. Okay, let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down. All right, up again. Let's stretch it side. Side, you go with me. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, please, let's double it up a bit. All right, let's go. All right, on the spot there, you make sure you are standing on your toes. Make sure you get your balance. All right, now we are running on the station there. Look at my position there. Now you go. Can we make it a little bit faster? Faster, faster. Who's counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change. All right, same position, please. Let's take it up. You go to the balls of your toes. Ready? All right, we go. Slowly, slowly. Now we're making it a little bit faster. Faster. Who's counting? Please count. You count.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The last 10. Count the last 10. Faster.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, let's double it up. Let's double it up again. Yeah, it is the program again. Spring Delights on your darling TV, Western Spring Television.
Keeping fit is not easy, but then it is needed for our body, mind, and soul. I personally had a swell time here today. It was just beautiful, having to sweat out and and just get to flex all my muscles. And I bet you had a beautiful time with us too. And yes, you're still on to Spring Delight with us, although the only thing that is missing here today is Tunde. I really wish you were here to experience this, but I'm sure subsequently you're going to get to have a feel of this. So I'm going to be taking you back to the studio where we're going to be joining Tunde. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning with us on Spring Delight. Beautiful morning to our esteemed viewers from wherever it is that you are watching us from. The program is Spring Delight that will bring to you every Saturday mornings from the hours of 9 to 11 a.m. And of course, we are of the Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT on Star Time. And of course, we are on all social media handles. We're on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All you just got to do is type Western Spring Television, and we are going to be in your faces with our amazing content. I want to say a very big thank you to every one of you who has been following up on us back to back on our programs. We say a very big thank you. Yes, it is a beautiful Saturday morning, and I am excited to be here once again. And of course, I am your regular co-host, Ajibike and Anjorin Ojo. I hope you had a good time, and I hope you're keeping up with our aerobic session. Aerobic session is a time when you get to exercise there at the comfort of your home. It might not come easy, but trust me, eventually it is worth it. And remember, if you want to leave your comment section, remember to enter into my social media handle. All you got to do is type simply underscore Ajibs, and I'm going to be in your faces and follow you right back as well. It promises to be a beautiful edition as usual. And of course, you already know our very first segment. We take you through the world of aerobics. And then we have our Today in History, something that happened years back, way back in our dear nation. And of course, we have the celebrity birthdays. This is the time where we get to wish our celebrities a happy birthday. And of course, to you and you and you who probably had your birthday like in the course of the week or on a day like this. From the stables of Spring Delight to Western Spring Television, we are wishing you a merry happy birthday, and I pray to God it's not going to be your last birthday. Do not forget the segment where we'll bring in different guests from different walks of life, who come to speak to us about what they do, why they do them, the hazard and the dividends of the job. You do not want to miss out on that. And of course, we have my work, my pride. I keep saying this over time, like you cannot do what anybody has done before. But the best thing you can do for yourself is carve a niche for yourself and make it special. You do not want to miss out on today's episode of Spring Delight. So right now we are going to go take you through the world of today in history. We are letting you in the know of what has happened years back and, of course, our celebrity birthdays. We are going to be right back. You are welcome back. Of course, if your birthday was in the course of the week or a day like this, from the stables of Western Spring Television on the program Spring Delight, we are wishing you a merry, happy birthday. And I pray to God that it is not your last program. Yes, Spring Delight is a program. And should in case you are just joining us, you're tuning to Western Spring Television, channel 190 DTT. Joseph Yobo, we just celebrated him. That was our superstar footballer. We wish him a merry happy birthday, and to you and to you and to you. Okay, we remember our director whose birthday was September 10. I wish you, that is Mr. Sheyi Babatunde. This is one guy who is always there for us back to back. He's the director of this program and so much more, and he's doing very amazing for us and for us in general. I want to wish you, Mr. Sheyi Babatunde, a merry happy birthday, and I pray to God Almighty it is not going to be your last. Thank you so much for all that you do. Okay, yes. I want to get into the program proper right now. I remember September, was it 10? September 10, we celebrated or we remembered our boy Mobad, who September 12th, yes, if I am right about this, it was September 12th, who were lost into the hands of death. And it has been an issue, it has been controversy back to back. But then, Imole, like we do call him, I pray and I wish to God that he is resting in perfect peace. And of course, one of our great Obas who transitioned into the great beyond September 11, yes, the Oba, His Royal Majesty Oba Great Gabriel Adekunle Aromolaron, yes, who transitioned into the great beyond. I wish the people of Ijesha land, I wish them, the grace to bear the loss and the family in general. Yes, we hope to bring one of the high chiefs on board, to speak to us about his death, is transitioning, and his existence, of course, what it has been like. Yes, Baba transitioned at age 86. We hope to bring some of his persons on board, his chiefs, to speak to us about his life, a life well spent, and I wish him great journey, great, yes, transitioning into the great beyond. Let me say that. Yes, there is no way you're going to live in life and you tell me you're not going to, at some point, transition to the great beyond. Just live a life that is well spent. That being said, okay, it is a beautiful time today, and honestly, something happened. On what day was that? That was September 10. Yes, that was September 10, where we had a suicide prevention awareness day. This has become something that it is almost everywhere now. When you speak to this particular person, you hear, I was dealing with depression. When you look at this, I mean, I was reading, I was on the social media like a few days ago, and there was this particular man on that happened at Lagos, and he wanted to commit suicide. What did he do? He went on the bridge and was going to hang himself. Thank God for people who observed him and they had to rescue him. They had to do so much to bring him from that up where he was. I don't know what it is that anyone can be going through, but I want to believe like eventually it is a phase that passes. From my own end, I believe it is a phase that actually passes, and death to me it is never an option. And of course, we celebrate the September 10th of every year, where it is a suicide prevention awareness day. And me, I don't have so much knowledge about it, but we have people who specializes in things like this, who are going to be speaking to us about the awareness, to prevent suicide. Yeah. So, and today we have our guest well seated on the seat to speak to us, to innovate us on what suicide awareness prevention, what it is all about. And right now I have Dr. Anyokunle Anyotunde, who is a consultant psychiatrist. Dr. Anyotunde, good morning to you.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
You are very fine. Okay. Yes. Every 10th of September, we celebrate the Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. Suicide Prevention Awareness Day. Speak to us about that. I want to hear.
Yeah, thank you so much, Western Spring Television, for
Thank you.
inviting me for this topic. I must say that suicide is one of those things that globally it has been of concern to everyone, and it's not just to the health practitioners alone,
Yes.
but it has been said to be a public concern because if you are to look at it, studies have shown that about 1.5% of death globally can be attributed to suicide. And that was a lot. And if you are to look at it, we've talked about every 40 seconds, somebody is committing suicide.
Every 40 seconds?
Every 40 seconds. So that's quite huge.
It is.
And, people have talked about it, that even it's more worrisome that it has exceed war victim, homicide, and traffic accident. And do you believe that it's at exceed malaria death? So it's...
Which malaria was a common sickness before.
Exactly.
Now we have got to
in this
suicide.
part of the world. So it tells us that we need to prevent it. We need to do something about it. And that is why a day has been designated that we need to focus all attention on how can we prevent it. Because it's preventable.
Okay.
It's preventable. Once it has happened, it's gone.
Not preventable anymore.
You can't bring it back. So that's why September 10 has now been designated, and and as this year team talk about that.
Let's change
the narrative.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Now, I really want to talk about that. Let's change the narrative. Let's talk about it. What about that? Is it because a lot of all these suicide victims, they don't have anybody to speak about it?
Absolutely.
Why is that? Let's go.
Yes, it's suicide has been seen as don't talk about it. And it's like somebody that is suffering in silence.
Yes.
And there are help around him. And until he say it out, nobody
will
can
know.
So we need to now start changing that narrative.
Okay.
That we need to listen. We need to encourage people that are going through turbulent challenges. They should speak about it. Until when they share it, until when they talk about it, that's when we can prevent it. So we need to change that. And I love this thing because
the thing for the year.
Yes, because it's not just for this year alone. It's a 2-year thing.
Oh, good.
So 2025, 2026, that is still going to be the thing. So all hands need now to be on deck to see to it that people start talking about it. Those that are having those experiences, they start talking about it. Those in their vicinity encourage people to talk about it. And good enough, the Mental Health Act that was passed to law in 2021 by Buhari also now has made it that people with suicide ideation or suicidal attempt, they can seek for help. In the past, when somebody attempted suicide, it's seen as a crime. It's seen as a crime. So it's like someone that is going through a turbulent challenges.
And you're still getting into a crime.
The law arrests him, and the law says that such an individual, while he's being treated, his property should be sold to treat him, and after that, he should go to jail.
Wow.
That was then lunatic law. But thankfully now, under the Nigerian law now, anybody that is going through a suicide, that has attempted suicide, need help. And that help should be provided for him.
Wow. Now, suicide, preventing suicide, does it necessarily have to start from depression? Because I think from what we have heard and read, it starts from you are depressed. Please, I need us to take us through that journey.
All right. Thank you so much. Yes, suicide, there are various risk factors that we can, it's a multifactorial. We can't say depression or one thing is the one that leads to suicide. There are so many factors, like they work hand in hand.
Okay.
They appears to be, they go hand in hand. We call it a multifactorial. That is, so many factors contribute to people that attempted or suicide. We call it suicidal behavior at times, because sometimes defining suicide is difficult. So people work in that behavior, either suicidal ideation, suicidal attempt, or the fatal one that we call suicide, by virtue of so many factors. And it starts from childhood.
Explain, please.
Adverse childhood experiences. Someone that all along has been having turbulent childhood, neglect, physical abuse, emotional abuse, nobody to take care of them. is traumatic to a child. And over time, that child ability to cope with normal life circumstances get weakened, such that the brain at that time is developing. There are some aspects of the brain that should be able to cope when people are going through turbulent challenges time. These areas have been affected. So when they grow up and they face those challenges, they may find it difficult to cope. So we can attribute it that from childhood has been found to be a risk factors. It has been found that, just as you said, mental illness has been found to be a risk factors. When people have legal issues, job loss, unemployment, all these has been found to be risk factors. Availability of the substance has been found to be a risk factors.
Now, sorry to cut you short. What are the roles that drugs has to play in suicide attempts?
Yes, I was about going there, that substance use disorder also plays significant role in the context of suicide.
Why is that?
Yes, because when you look at people that take substance and we assume that, or maybe it's a moral problem, he choose to. However, it's beyond that. A lot of people take substance because they are using it to self-medicate
or suppress,
to get out of the feelings, the trauma, the pain that comes with maybe life challenges. In Yoruba they will say so in a way to get off the trouble that is going through, indulge in substances. So we describe as self-medicating.
Okay.
That's one. Two, substances has been found that it leads to a lot of other problems. It could lead to, it has a stronger association with depression. It has a stronger association with financial problem. It has a lot of issues with family issues. By the time somebody is taking substance, the family, the community seems to isolate him. All this gives potentials for suicide. So drug substance use has been found to be, there is a strong link with suicide. And that is why in addressing suicide, we can't leave out substance use problem.
Fair enough. Now, you have a rehab where you take care of drug addicts. Please, can you speak to us? Can you enlighten us more about that?
Yes, as a way to help the community.
How long has it been?
We've been operating now in the last 2 years.
Okay.
And it's been fantastic. I must say that.
Explain your definition for fantastic.
Yes, thank you so much. Yes, we have been receiving a lot of referrals from various places.
Okay.
And the outcome has been fairly well, because when we are looking at substance problems, substance use disorder, we describe as a chronic illness. So it's not something that it's not like malaria that you treat and it's off. It's a chronic illness like hypertension, asthma, and diabetes, but it's manageable. It's treatable. It's treatable. So as much as, if you look, a lot of people are living with hypertension 40 years, 50 years, and they are doing well. Why are they doing well? Because they are giving attention to the treatment.
Okay.
They don't miss their medication.
Okay.
They don't miss their clinic visit. They check their BP regularly. When they need to do ECG, they do it. When doctor says reduce your salt intake, they do so. All these are form of treatment. And the same with addiction too.
Okay, tell me.
Addiction also needs a lot of restructuring, and that's why rehabilitation comes in. Because when people enter into the drug web, it becomes difficult for them to get out of it. We describe that their life become unmanageable. They can't manage it anymore. And that is when we say somebody has addiction. Some people take substances, but they still do well.
Okay.
We don't describe those that they are dependents. They may have other issues around it, but they may not be dependents. But once you lose control, when you find difficult to resist the urge, once you continue to scale up the use to get the benefit, the feelings, the high that you want, once you start having withdrawal symptoms, they suggest that you need addiction. You need help. And the early you come for the help, the better. When you come on time, the modality of treatment is different from somebody that has been using and it delays help. Just like in hypertension and asthma and diabetes.
Okay.
When somebody, they say all of us should go for a routine test. They advise that twice in a year, go for a routine check.
What's it? I mean, to our viewers who don't know, what's a routine test?
Routine test is go and check yourself up, medical checkup.
Okay.
Go and check your BP, check your pancreas, how is functioning.
Okay.
How is your sugar level like? These are routine check.
Okay.
The earlier they're able to identify, there are instances that you just give counsel. You advise the person that, you're on the borderline. your BP now is 140, 90. Start doing exercise. Reduce your weight. Reduce your salt intake. And they monitor it over time. And such a person may not really need antihypertensive drugs.
Okay.
The same with addiction also.
Okay.
So once you are taking substance, you need to do some screening. If you are into any substance, when I say substance, we are talking about
alcohol. It could be drugs.
even palm wine.
Wow.
Tobacco.
Okay.
You take caffeine on a regular basis. You use.
Why is palm wine in the list anyway? Because a lot of people take palm wine and they feel like, oh no, this is just like the regular, not like the proper alcohol.
Yes, thank you so much. You see, when we are looking at the grading of alcoholic drink.
Okay.
Yes, palm wine is the least. The percentage is low.
Okay.
Maybe around 2 to 3%.
Okay.
But it's not about just the percentage.
Okay.
How frequently are you taking it? And how is it affecting you? The irony about this substance use is some people, they may be taking higher quantity,
okay,
but they may not be dependent on it. What I'm saying is it may not really be a big problem to them. They can control, they can determine when to stop, they are not having
they have power control over it.
Yes, they are in charge. While some people, they take small, but they have
and they are losing control.
Yes, because nature's differs.
Fair enough.
And that's why I tell people that, see, you can't compare yourself with every other person. You are an individual.
Yes.
So you should see yourself as an individual. How is this thing affecting me? Is this thing really good for me?
Yes. Is it giving me a positive impact to my lifestyle?
So those are the issues, and that's why screening is important. So some people from palm wine, I've managed someone that it was dependent on palm wine. He wakes up in the morning, he's at the joint. He spent the whole day at the joint. Drinking. So that person need help.
Definitely.
And there are some people that, yes, they take wine, but they are still in control. They still function relatively well. So that is why everybody, once you are using any of these substances, it's good.
You got to get yourself checked up.
Yes, check up.
So if you are used to any of these substances, be it affecting you positively or negatively, do well to get yourself checked up. Now, I'm going to ask you this, Mr. Tunde. Is there an age bracket for anyone into be it the addiction or suicide? Is there like an age bracket where all these things tend to happen?
Yes, Avril said that, like for substance, he said that the first use is around globally between the age of 13 and 15.
Wow.
That's the age that many people, they get initiated into substance use. When we are looking at suicide has been said to occur at the extreme of life. It's worst, it's commoner at the extreme of life, and also in the midlife crisis. So when we're saying the teenagers, studies have shown that it's commoner in teenagers globally. However, there are still some peculiarity with each countries, because even if you have to look at the substance that some people use to commit suicide, it varies globally. In US, where access to guns, weapons are available, a lot of suicide is committed using guns. And in a place like China, where they do a lot of agriculture, women also are on the high risk, because there are women that goes into farm. They are the one that have access to pesticide, herbicide, and in this part of the world, we hear that a lot of people use snipers.
Yes.
So it varies globally. In Nigeria, it's been found that those that commit suicide are more in the midlife crisis. When women are in that midlife crisis, that is when suicide, and that's the age bracket to between 35 to 45. Wow.
Now, at your rehab, you have a rehab, you said it's been functioning for 2 years now.
Yes.
What are those things you do once, so you identify, how do you identify the people who have a problem? Then what are those things that you do the moment they get into rehab? Then at what point do you know this person needs to be in rehab?
Very good. Thank you so much. You see, when we are talking about rehab, rehab is a way of, just like we say, habitation is a word from habitation, rehabilitation.
Okay.
That's, this person, if he has a life without drug, how would it have lived the life? So we are trying to bring him back to a life that he could have lived without substance use.
Okay.
That's habitat. When we look at habitat, is
where you
an environment, a life that is built for you. Like earthworm, when we look at earthworm,
okay,
soil is his habitat.
fair enough.
When you look at bird, the air is their
the
habitat.
fishes are in the water.
The fishes are in the water. They do well in the water. The air do well in this. They become like the champion. Just take a fish and throw it into the air. It can survive. So when we are saying rehabilitation, that this person, how would it have lived his life if he has not gone into drug?
Okay.
That is one of our goals.
Okay.
And that's what rehabilitation is all about.
Yes.
So when we are talking about rehabilitation, yes, number one goal is stopping drug. But it is not just stopping drug alone.
Okay, please.
It extends to you gaining your life back. You being able to get back to work, you being able to build your family, you being able to integrate back to the community, you being able to live a meaningful life. And one of those concepts that we work with is we call it therapeutic community. That we walk you into a community and we use that community to re-engineer you into who, more or less like we are walking you towards who you should have been without a life without drugs. Yeah. Now, how do we, when somebody coming, we do screening? Because
before we get to when they come in, how do you identify, okay, this person like this, we need to pick this person up and bring him or her to rehab?
Yes, that's you see, the relatives are one of those, or individuals, they get to know that they need help. Or maybe from this educative session now, a lot of people will now know that they need help.
Oh, okay.
So this is an avenue for people to understand that peradventure they need help.
Okay.
As I said, anybody that takes substances is good. Once in a while, go for screening about the substance you are using. Okay. Is it becoming problematic? You may not know it as a problem. A lot of people work with this denial. A lot of people work with this cover-up. No, how can you say I have a problem? But over time, everybody around you will notice that there is a change from who you are to who you are doing now. So those are pointers that you need help.
Copy that.
Now, when you come for us, when you come to our center, we do screening.
Okay.
That screening, sometimes it's just that we advise you. We advise you, we tell you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to readjust, you need to cut down, or you need to stop totally.
Okay, is that something just cut down from the level at which they are to a lower level?
Yes.
Okay.
We call it control drinking, control use. And there are various modalities of treatment.
Okay.
It said that the most important thing about managing people with drug use is they should stay in treatment. You see, it's not about some people. It's difficult for them to say they won't take at all. That's the fact. We shouldn't hide behind that. But the end goal is abstinence. Once we identify that you have a problem with it, the end goal is abstinence. But some people may not get there overnight. I use some instances. Some people, they can take a flight. Some people have access to helicopter. From here to Lagos, it may take them 30 minutes.
Okay.
While some people, they have to go to the garage.
Yes.
They have to enter bus. They have to spend 4 hours before they get to Lagos. So we can't tailor the same treatment for everybody. Individualistic, person-centered care has to be considered. So we can't say everybody fit into one form of treatment. So we need to look at it holistically. And one major thing that we work with is motivation.
Okay.
An individual that is coming for treatment, one way or the other, there must be a form of is willing to stop, is willing to receive treatment. Because rehabilitation is, as I said, is you are bringing that person into a way of life that he should have lived if he has not gone to drugs. And why is he into drugs? Because we found out that studies have shown that there were some gaps on his life journey. There are some skills that individuals should be able to have, to be able to decide, say, oh, my friends are introducing me to this, but I'm going to say no. Some people, once they're in company of their friends,
they can't say no.
They can't say no. They just blend in. Some people, they have emotional problem.
Okay.
That's why they can't stop taking it. They use it to self-medicate. I've seen someone, I manage someone that he can't stage on stage without taking substance.
So what do you do to someone like that? What do you say to someone like that?
Yes. So such an individual, we need to work on his social skill. We need to see how to relaxation techniques so that he can live a life without taking substance, and he will live it perfectly well.
Perfectly well.
Yes. Some, they may need to be on medication so that it will strengthen their ability to stay on stage, to talk to audience, and to do so many things. There are so many young guys that before they can approach a lady, they take substances. So those are the areas that we work on. We educate them, we look at their vocations, we draw a real plan, how he's going to now start living his life, how he's going to understand his triggers, what are those things that leads him to use. So we change some of them, they have a wrong way of thinking, which we provide. We take them through some sessions over sessions, and a lot of them come out well.
Talking about your rehab, automatically you should have like an accommodation there where some of them have to.
Absolutely. That's why I talk about that. When we do evaluation, there are various forms of intervention we provide.
So some of them are going to be on admission?
Some of them will be in a rehab house.
Wow, okay. You call it a rehab house?
Yes.
At the hospitals, at the general hospital, we call them
admission.
Admission.
Yes, because a rehab house is more or less like you at home. It's just that we restrict your movements. We structure, it's like someone that is in a boarding school.
Or like an house arrest?
Not really, not really.
Okay.
Even in some places, the rehab is structured that they take care of themselves. And that's why I say therapeutic community.
Okay.
That they are in a community. They take care of themselves, they cook, they have their meals. Now, in our home center, we encourage them to acquire some skills.
Oh, really?
While there. So they go out, they learn about furniture, they learn about electronics, they learn, depends on your interest, the IT. So that while they are with us, because many times they are out of job. Drug is such a very, just like suicide too.
You know what they say, like an idle mind is the devil's workshop.
Absolutely. That's it. So once drug takes everything from you, you know, I tell them that, see, you don't know it, but drug has taken your family, because your family, everybody is complaining, stop this thing. But you don't listen to them. You listen more to the drug.
Yeah. Taking control.
Drug has taken your job. You are in school. You are at 300 level, you are studying law, you are studying engineering, you have a bright future ahead of you, but you don't go to class. You engage in drug. So you are getting lectures from drug. So drug is taking
It's taking over.
It's taking over. So it kills gradually. It kills gradually. Everything will be going down. I've had instances of a client that a day spent 500,000 on drug.
Oh,
how is he going to make it? So it depletes your finances, it takes your health, it takes your... You know, I have a patient that were on pentazocine, the leg is rotting, everything is stinking, and it's still injecting. Just to let us know that such an individual, they need holistic care. So we make sure that all these things, we put it in perspective. Those that need to go for medical checkup, they go, we take them, they get their care. Those that need to be attached for vocational skills, we see to it. Those that we need to call for family meetings, because sometimes it's the issue in the family. Sometimes it's
like one of the major causes.
Yes, exactly. And most it could make it worse. Make it worse. There's conflict in the family. Some is between husband and wife. The husband sees the drug as a way out.
Wow.
Let me avoid this home. Let me go out.
Now talking about the man and the woman, you know, over time we've read that even women now are going. Now, what is your statistics of men and women into drugs?
Absolutely. See, that's one area that is alarming now. And you see, I hope everybody will rise up, because if they will lose a woman, the nation is gone. It's studies that show that
a woman,
the drug use in Nigeria, 2018 shows that 1 out of 4 of drug users are women.
Wow.
And unfortunately, it's only 1 out of 20 that come for treatment.
Wow.
So it tells us, and you know, the why treatment is important is once you don't treat, is a risk to a lot of people. Yes, it may not look contagious, but if somebody is using outside, is mentoring somebody else on how to use, is also building another set of people into using. So we need to make treatment one of our strategies.
Why do we think? I'm sorry to cut you short there. Why do we think people are not coming out to? I mean, I understand the team for this year is changing the narrative and starting the conversation
for suicide.
For suicide. Wait, why do we think people are not? Because it's not just. I want to believe it's not just related to suicide alone. Like even the depression, being a drug addict. Why do we think people have a problem in coming out to speak up? Do you think it's because they have this feeling that people are going to castigate them, especially being a woman? You know.
Absolutely. You see, mental health over time has been seen as a illness of the weak. It has been seen as an illness that nobody wants to talk about, nobody wants to associate with. And that's why stigma is one of those things that if you want to change the narrative, if you want to break the chain of suicide, then we need to address stigma at all levels. You see, when we are looking at stigmas, many times we just look at it from years old. People discriminate them. It's beyond that.
Okay.
May I let you know that even among my colleagues, with our professionals,
Yes.
there's a lot of stigma attached to us.
Why is that?
You know, it's just part of life. So it comes with, when people don't have enough information, they don't really understand the concept,
Yeah, in the dark.
and it looks like this thing is too absurd, it's too wide. Everybody puts a label to it. So once you are managing such individuals, they see you as, this person, we have to be careful with him, we need to. So it comes with a lot of different level of stigma.
Yes.
Federal government, to me, to some extent, they are not doing enough. State government, they are not doing enough. Despite that, we have now, they've extended the mental health facilities. How much is budgeted for these places?
Okay.
So do Nigerian government, do they really see that these people are part of us? We need to take care of them. Why are mental health physicians, why are they traveling now abroad? Over there, they value mental health.
Them.
If there's a set of people that are migrating abroad, is the psychiatrist. It's the psychiatrist. Our Association of Psychiatry in Nigeria has made us to understand that now more than 70% of psychiatrists are out of this country.
Whoa. Thank God for people like you that are still
left. They are going back. Yes. You know, where I work as part of my work, I can say the last 2 years, more than half has gone. So that tells us that even from the federal government to state level to the community to individual, there is a lot of stigma. That's one. Organizational stigma, structural stigma. You know, they hear about a particular psychiatric facility, everybody look at it, oh no, don't take me there. I don't want to associate with there. Even some people will say, I don't want to work there. Those are stigma attributed. In some institutions, they build the psychiatry ward at the outskirts. So these are things that makes everybody to stigmatize it, to say that no, they are not part of us. And that is why we need to start changing that
narrative and start talking about it.
And that extends to even substance use. You know, many people see people that take substance use that, oh, they are weak, they choose to. At the onset, it may be a voluntary issue. But as it's over time, it gets out of their hand. And that is why they need help. And I tell you, it's not just about substance alone. It's not just about substance. It extends to so many aspects of life. If you look at hypertension, yes, initially people are sedentary, but once they have hypertension, they need help.
Yes, fair enough. I mean, I'm so sorry to cut you short because the wonder of our time. I want to ask you this. I mean, if we are to bring a patient to your rehab, what are the steps that they have to take, our viewers, whoever it is that is dealing with such a problem? What are the steps, the necessary things that needs to be done?
Thank you so much. Yes, if somebody is coming to our facility, we screen first. Okay. Just as I said, it's not everybody that we need to come into the rehabilitation program in-house.
Okay.
Some people, you just give them advice. Yes, they have problem with it, but we categorize this problem based on the risk. Some have low risk, some have middle risk, some has moderate risk, some has high risk. So somebody with minimal risk, low risk.
That's after the screening?
Yes, after the screening. So what we say is book an appointment with us. So when you book an appointment with us, we let you know what is required. And when you come, we screen. We look at it. Are you fit for this program? Which program will be best for you?
Okay.
That's if you really have to go through a program.
Okay.
But if you don't need to go through a program, we tell you, oh, you are doing well. But if you need to go through a program, we now tell you, okay, you need to come and go. For instance, somebody that is working, it may be difficult for you to say he has to stay in-house. So he may be coming twice, 3 times in a week. He may come on weekend. We reevaluate. We look at the progress we are making. What are the areas that we need to work on so that he can continue with his job and continue with his rehabilitation program. Some people will just give them one day, okay, this is what you need to do, this is what you need to do. Once you observe this, then you are getting above board. Then you need to come back. Some people will tell them that, okay, you need to come and have a short stay.
A short stay.
Yes, we have a short stay program that we reevaluate. So we look at it holistically because we don't want a life that you come for rehab and you lose so much. You lose so much. Just imagine a student that is going to resume in 2 months.
Yes, right.
He has gotten admission.
Yes.
Now we are saying that he should get back and get something doing. If he could not resume, then there is a problem.
There's a problem.
So we need to factor so many things and recommend to the relatives. We call it a shared decisions. We make recommendation. We look at from your own point of view, and then we balance things up so that you can get the best of care. So we get referrals from various places, from schools, from higher institutions, from other treatment facilities, because sometimes a doctor may find that the alcohol use of this problem is the one causing problem with the liver. And that individual needs to go for a treatment concerning the alcohol.
Yes.
You understand? So we get referral from...
Okay, I'm sorry to cut you short because of the want of our time.
Thank you.
We have a lot of people who are dealing with this this thing we're talking about, the suicide, depression, drug addiction. So, Mr. Tunde, I would love you to drop your contact for everyone who is watching right now who has a problem and they want to reach out to you. So please do also drop your contact.
All right. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, my contact is 070-6583-2108. And our address is at Okeoniti, number 10, Okeoniti, Federal Housing Estate, Oshogbo. So you can reach out to us either by phone or WhatsApp, or you can send SMS also to book an appointment so that we can start from there.
Please quickly call that number again.
070
okay.
6583-2108. So once you reach out to us in any form, we'll give you a feedback and let you know how we can move on from there.
It has been a beautiful time with you, Dr. Tunde Anyokola. Which is the first name? Is it Anyokola?
Anyokola is my surname.
Oh, okay. So it is Tunde Anyokola. So Anyo, you're supposed to be a drummer,
exactly,
but you decided to take it away from there and go for, as a consultant. So thank you very much. I hope you learned so much from that. I hope you learned so much from that, and I hope you are picking one or two. If you are into any kind of substances at all, you definitely need help. You need to get yourself checked out. Eventually, you might not be admitted into the home. You could just be, you could just have a conversation with our consultant here, who is going to speak to you about what it is that you need. Yeah. So thank you. It was beautiful speaking to you, Dr. Tunde.
It's a pleasure.
I enjoyed this moment with you. Of course, the program is not ended yet. Spring Delight is still the program, and I hope you have a beautiful time with Dr. Tunde, who spoke to us about preventing suicide. And then, of course, September we celebrated Suicide Prevention Awareness Day, and he was here to speak to us about it. Now we're going to be having a report about the transitioning of His Royal Majesty Oba Gabriel Adekunle Aromolaron. So we're going to be bringing you that. Don't go nowhere. We are going to be right back.
Thousands of people today watched the 40th Owobokun Adimula of Ijesha land, Oba Adekunle Aromolaron II, receive his instrument of appointment and staff of office. The ceremony was performed by the Oyo State Governor, Chief Bola Ige. Staff reporter Dr. Onibokun was there and filed this report.
The new Owobokun of Ijesha land, Oba Adekunle Aromolaron II, was born in 1937 at Ilesha in Oyo State to Oba Aromolaron I, the then Owa of Ijesha land, who ruled from the year 1920 to 1940. Oba Adekunle Aromolaron II, an educated elite, holds a master's degree from an accredited university in the United States. His installation as an Oba not only qualifying him as the rightful one, it also accredited him as an educated Oba with high intelligence, capable of handling the political and socio-economic affairs of the Ijesha land. is Ilesha, a town with a population of about 180,000 people. It's centrally located between Osogbo, Ijebu-Jesha, Oshu, and Ijeda. As traders and farmers, the Jesha people are hard workers with much dedication to their trade, a trend that have given them the label of Oshoma Laws because of their introduction of the hire purchase system into the Nigerian business several years ago. At least 20,000 people were gathered here to witness the presentation of the staff of office to the new Oba. Police officers who number more than 200 worked very hard to control the stubborn crowd who refused to listen to any order. The atmosphere, which became very hot with little or no space for fresh air, led one or two people to collapse from suffocation. Many invited dignitaries, like the leader of the Unity Party of Nigeria, UPN, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, Deputy Governor of Oyo State, Chief S.M. Afolabi, many others from Oyo State, chiefs, commissioners, legislators, and many more were present here. Just before the Oyo State Governor delivered a speech, the UPN leader, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, delivered a short and precise speech in Yoruba to congratulate the new Owa Obokun of Ijesha land. In addition, he urged the Ijesha people to join hands with the new Oba to build a viral and dynamic society. And reinforcing Chief Awolowo's opinion, appealed for unity among the Ileshas and promised that his government will provide moral and financial support for the people of Ilesha.
We must concede the fact that any house divided against itself will fall and slide irretrievably down the slippery slope that leads to the abyss of anarchy and chaos. I therefore appeal to all Ijeshas to eschew bitterness, rancor, and strife, and to work with all the energies we can muster to make this dawn of a new era one that will consolidate unity in Ijesha land and be the harbinger of economic progress, peace, and harmony. I wish to seize this opportunity to appeal to all Ijesha people to rekindle their indomitable self-help spirit for which they are well known. The Ijeshas cannot afford to be left behind in the race for progress. I share the views of those who feel that we need in Ilesha here a more befitting palace. The plan currently being hatched, which relates to the building of a modern palace for the Owa Obokun, should receive the unequivocal support of all Ijesha sons and daughters, both morally and financially. As an Ijesha chief and son, I promise to contribute my humble quota towards the building of this modern palace for the Owa Obokun as soon as the palace fund is formally launched.
After his speech, the governor presented the instrument and the staff of office to the new Oba.
I now have the great personal honor, privilege, and personal satisfaction to deliver to Owa Obokun Adimula of Ijesha land this beautiful staff of office, and our prayer is, long may he reign.
Then the new Oba stood up to thank all the invited dignitaries and all the people who were present at the occasion for making this day a success.
I'm grateful to all Ijeshas, wherever they may be, for specifying the qualities and qualifications they wanted their new Owa to possess. In this wise, they gave the kingmakers some guidelines in their onerous task, and that strategy has no doubt worked wonders, having regard to the fact that fact and firm action in respect of the selection process were undertaken. It is in this regard that I'm grateful to the kingmakers who never allowed the influence of money of Ijesha land.
And to the guests who came to see this event, they had this to say.
There are a lot of people here rejoicing and jubilating, showing that they are all interested and happy about what is happening. And I think people of Ijesha land are really happy and lucky to have the new KBAC.
The arrangement is superb and the turnout is wonderful, and I have the impression that the people are not just turning out grudgingly, but they think that today is their day and they are all out to make it a great day.
The first official time that this type of thing will occur in my presence, though a lot have been done, but this we take it as a challenge that we young folks of nowadays to try to participate fully.
I like their performances because they do very good and it's very pleasant to me. Because if they ask me about these things, I can say that they are very good.
Welcome back.
Yep.
That's it. It's good to see you right beside me.
Same here.
Yeah. So welcome back to our viewers at home, and I hope you had a good time listening to Dr. Tunde, who is a psychiatrist, and he had to let us in on the awareness program for drug addict, suicide, which was up every September 10. It's about time that we get to speak out and talk about it. And Dr. Today had a lot to speak to us.
Seriously.
I think in this day and time, it's not a time where we get to shut up and keep it to ourselves anymore. This is the time where you get to, they said, Dr. Today said back then it was seen as a crime, if I can use that word. Like you get to, they treat you, then you get arrested afterwards. But this time they've realized that it is a problem that needs to be attended to.
It is, seriously. First of all, thanking you all indeed for being here with us. And I'd like to say good morning to you, and most especially to the Tory Queen herself.
Thank you.
For making it happen right here while I was putting up some support from the flanks. And while listening to you guys, honestly, the rate at which suicide is prevalent in our society today is alarming. And I seriously don't really know what
and how we got there.
No matter what the state of things looks like, I'm not sure.
It is not an option.
Suicide should be what should be next for us. But I would just lend in a voice and just say,
like,
hey,
if you need help, get help.
Please, it's needed. Every one of us is going through one thing or the other, and it's really needed. Where we should really just speak up and speak out at all times. When you feel a bit, get someone. There should be at
somebody
least one
you can talk to.
You can talk to.
You know. I dealt with somebody who was into drugs like a while back, and you know what he told me? He said the first person he confided in, like, he got burnt. Like, this person started using it against him. And you know what I said? It is normal for you to reach out to people and you get burnt, but along the line, you're definitely going to find that one person who could be of help to you.
Yeah.
So keeping short is definitely not
the option.
An option, please. And our psychiatrist, he dropped his contact, so you can always reach out, and it is here in the state of Oshogo. So it's just at your arm's reach. So thank you very much. And now we are going to be going for My Work, My Pride, before we introduce our second guest. Am I right, Tunde?
Yeah, definitely. And this is the period whereby whatever you do that you're proud about it, that you're doing, please, hey, it is your work, it is your pride. So we'll take a short break right now. When we return, our next guest is well seated. We'll be talking to that guest. Stay with us.
I've been writing in my diary, so if I talk now, you know go understand me. Many demons I've been writing in my diary, so if I talk now, you know go understand me. Many demons have I've been fighting, but you got a pity I go by me. Nothing to stop me, T-Mobile shallow, do not you on a wavy. So if you need a text me, and I don't respond, my back will share me. One day I sing, now I'm so savvy. So far away, me calling me paddy. I don't send, I need everybody. Don't spend, one day I sing, now I'm so savvy.
I'm Ayodele Clement Ololade, professionally known as Lolly Keys. I'm a music producer at Sandys Global Limited. So I started music production at, I think at the age of 20 or 19. Yeah, when I was in secondary school, when I'm about to finish secondary school. And I fell in love with music because I find peace with it. Like, I don't know, I just see music as my life. So, and along the line, I started as a keyboard player. So along the line, I became a music producer. And ever since then, I'm really happy with it.
I've been writing in my diary, so if I talk now, you know go understand me, Nothing fit to stop me, T-Mobile shallow, do not you on a wavy. So if you been there, text me, and I know respond on my quick share me, oh.
Okay. What it takes to be a music producer. Number one, getting the gadgets to start. And secondly, you have to get trained for it so that you'll be able to use all the doors we use for music production perfectly and professionally. So personally, I use FL Studio, Fruity Loops, I use Cubase, I use Ableton Live, and I also work with Edison. So, and some of my challenges with production is, firstly, getting gadgets to start. As a music producer, you just have to, because sometimes there is a saying that garbage in, garbage out. If you don't have the right gadget to take a proper recording, it means your production is going to be flop. So that's number one challenge, is getting the gadgets to start. Secondly, getting professionally with your DAW. Like everything you have to use, combine all the DAWs together. Like all the DAWs I'm using today, getting to know them professionally and using them perfectly. I'm into all genres of music, maybe gospel, hip hop, or any kind of music. So by the grace of God, I've been able to work with Mawabisala Wiye once, Omijo Jume, and I've been able to work with Ajibike. In the hip hop line, I've been able to work with B-Red, I've been able to work with Cast Beats, and so many more. My name is Lolly Keys. I'm a music producer. Music production is my work, and my work is my pride.
All right, welcome back, and thank you to you for being there with us, and a big thank you to the music producer
Sound here.
Look, we've said it times without number that whatever you do, it's always an aspect of whatever you love to do, and you put in the very best into it. It comes out blissful.
Yeah, like I keep saying, you can't do what anybody has done before, but the best thing you can do is carve a niche for yourself and come out different.
Absolutely. So thank you to Sam Hill.
Sound Hills. You know, that's a beautiful name, you know,
Sound
like
Hills.
No, not Sam. Sound Hills. Sound Hills.
Sound Hills.
Come on, Sound Hill you. Oh, Sound.
That one is making that one. That sound,
oh my goodness.
Your sound is there. But by and large, thank you indeed, and just keep mixing up, keep bringing out
beautiful sounds.
We would love to hear them. And a couple of years ago, the late Owa Obokun of Ijesha land was coronated. Some sometimes in the 1982. Now that's about 1982.
82.
That's about 42 years ago. But unfortunately, he has passed on to the great beyond to join his ancestors right here. We showed you a clip of how that journey began, and reigning for 42 years, 4 decades.
That's a blessing.
Years, that it is a blessing. He's going to be really, really missed because I know I said it on our sister station, Rave 91.7 FM, that I had the opportunity to interview him once, and he's such a brilliant Oba. So we pray that the soul of the late Owa Obokun of Ijishaland rest well, Oba Gabriel Adekunle Aromolaron, and to the entire family, on behalf of our CEO, on behalf of the management and staff of Rave 91.7 FM, Felicia Daniels, and Western Spring Television, owners and operators of Rave 91.7 FM, Western Spring Television, we commiserate with the Aromolaron family of Ijishaland, and we say, Iyanyu Lerun Re. I don't know, I just wish I got that right.
I hope so too.
But then, let's get down to our next guest. He's here. He is one young, amazing TikToker, a content creator who does beautifully well for himself. And I'd like to let you know that I have just patched myself into him so that he can help me out as well. I really want to create quite a whole lot, and maybe there's this guy that wears agbada. He will take your thing and go and hide, and then he walks out again. I forgot his name, but he's doing very well. Let's see, what are the advantages to content creation, and quite a whole lot is what we'll be talking about.
Yes, and his name is you know, I got cashed by his name. He said Fine Boy Ray. I expected him to say Ray, but I didn't the Fine Boy. I don't understand. Okay, so we have Ogundipe Amos. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Fine Boy Ray.
Ogundipe Amos. Fine Boy Ray.
Yes,
Now, you know something about my colleague here, when she sees Fine Boy, she doesn't hold back. So please, you ain't going to take her away from me.
I'm not holding back on you.
You can't.
I've not brought a guest here that is beating your record, so don't worry, you got nothing to fear.
All right,
Fine Boy
Amos,
Ray.
good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Amos, let's look at, we're going to be looking at the social media revolution. Probably in my own time, over 50 years ago now, it wasn't this popular. But here you are. I'll look at it from your own angle, from your own generation here. First of all, how did you get into this
Content creating
period of your life?
Okay. It all started when I was in secondary school. I was a student, 2018.
Okay.
So that time they needed like one person to act a particular role, comedy role.
Okay.
So they were just like, I can do this. So I joined, and then they were doing the it is a dance drama.
Okay.
So they were doing the dance drama, the practice, and then during that time we did it, and then I was popular in my school. Then people started calling me Baba Day, shake before you, shake before you. And I was like, okay, it's like if people like comedy. But that time I stopped. I did not do anything.
Okay.
So later on, during that Corona times, my mom and I went out to make some videos, a video shop.
So you and your mom?
Yes, we make videos together. Yes.
Okay, let's go.
So that time, during that Corona time, we recorded the video. I was standing behind the camera, and then she was like, she was pretending to be like, she was saying, Mama Lalibosa, I'm full of Lalibosa, and I was full of Lalibosa. So I was doing the soldier behind. So she wanted to post the video, right? So she sent it to like 4 of her friends, and then the video went viral.
Okay.
Before night, people started calling us from like abroad. What's up? And what happened to mommy? She wasn't like, she had to be explaining that it is a skit. It is to promote this stuff and this stuff, not that she was actually like arrested by the soldiers.
Okay.
So since then, we started making videos together. And then during 2022, we switched into full-time content creating.
You and your mom?
Yes.
I'm surprised you're
the one. I started with only me. Then I added that at point.
So why are you the only one here right now? Where is mom?
She's busy.
You should have brought mom together.
Yeah, right?
Seriously, the first time in my life, this is the first time I'm going to hear this. Probably one me and my dad, or
me
you
and
and
my mom.
Your mom. That means you're kind of like closer to mommy.
Yes, I'm closer to her.
Oh, mommy. That's all right. But by and large, how has it been for you in this industry?
It has been pretty nice. Pretty nice. The only setback we have now is
Tell me.
Nigeria. Because when we are talking about content creating, like earning from content creating, you cannot earn, for example, now TikTok, you cannot earn directly from TikTok. Like when you are in Nigeria, the TikTok, they limited some countries from earning directly from making videos. So if I make a minute long video now and then I post it, I cannot earn directly from it unless I'm doing live video or I'm doing branch deals. But people that are in like US or UK, if they make a video like 1 minute video and then the video goes viral, they can start earning in like dollars. So that's how it's different.
Oh, people can earn on TikTok.
Yes.
What am I waiting for?
Yes, Grandpa, people can earn. I'm so surprised you are just having an idea of this.
What did you just say?
Do you need like an ancestor in your video? We have on a today.
Really? Okay.
Beautiful, well done. So now tell me, content creating for you, what inspires you? What are the kind of content? What brings up the kind of content that you come up with?
First of all, I derive joy in making people laugh. So if I make people laugh and they are laughing and I feel that people are laughing because of what I did, then I will be happy too. So I started with making transitions when I opened TikTok. I was making fine boy videos. So I would just open my camera and be lip syncing and all. But that time it was moving, but not it did not get the attention that I needed.
Not at the pace you wanted.
Exactly. So there was this guy, Rodney. Rodney is like very big. So he dropped the challenge then I did the challenge, and that was my like first 100,000 views on TikTok.
Wow.
So normally I was expecting that he was going to repost because he said he's reposting top 5 people, and then reposted the first person, second person. Most of them does not have like the views I have, but then did not repost. But that time I already gained like the attention that I needed. So that was when I switched into full-time comedy.
Copy.
Since I felt like people like laughing, like when they laugh and then they see you, they will know you, not just doing like fine boy and stuff. So that's why I switched into content creating, like comedy.
How long has content creating been for you, like professionally? I don't want to talk about what you've been doing since secondary school.
Professionally, like I started like 2021.
2021, just like 3 years down the line.
That's pretty a long time, right? Looking at content creation, how do you get this inspiration? Because don't worry, I want to tap from your anointing right this morning.
Right now, what I'm doing basically is just African mother relatables. Like when your mom will tell you that do this thing, and then she will like teach you or something like that. So it is relatable, like something that happens like on a daily. So anything my mom does, if she does something like do this, I'll just like think, then I'll be like, I can record this and make it to a video, then I'll do it and we'll post, and then people will like it.
Then you do like a recreation of what you had experienced with your mom.
Exactly,
Is that it?
Yeah.
And the money is coming in.
Partly.
Yes, I was going to speak about that because we have a lot of content creators right now. It almost feels like the intern. So tell me, is that mom that we are seeing on the screen right now?
Mom.
Okay. Okay. We wanted to watch this video, Fine Boy Ray, and then we're gonna come back to you. Let's see what you and mom, what magic you've been making. We're gonna be back.
Amazing.
Beautiful. That was a beautiful piece from Fine Boy Ray.
Yes, ma'am.
Honestly, seeing you and your mom do that shows, I don't know how else I can qualify that connection right now. So do you think if you hadn't brought your mom on board, how better do you think you would have fared in the labor market?
In that aspect, I would say my mom really helped. She really helped. When I started, I was already like, before I brought her into the content, I was already like at 40,000 followers on TikTok. So before I was doing, if I want to act mom, I was acting everything myself. So at that time, I was just like, let me stop doing everything by myself. Let me start bringing people in. So I started from school. I started bringing my friends in. When I got to, I was just like, let me do this video and let me add my mom into this video. And then people now liked the combination of both of us. They'll be like, wow, is this your mom? Your mom can do this. So your mom is helping you with videos and all like that. So then since then, she also likes the attention because she's an engager. Like I like her draw, I like her.
Oh, okay. No wonder
so
she could spit
she's
in.
free and then she's funny. Like on her own, basically, she's funny. So then from that, we evolved into what we are now.
All right. This is absolutely beautiful. Looking at these videos, you and mommy, what a combination!
I wish she was here.
Honestly, it's probably
Another time.
Another time we'll have to bring mommy in. Yeah, but let's look at the social media. Will you say the social media is of a better advantage to create things like this to a large extent?
Yes, I would say for me, Sha, and for masses that know how to use it. There's some people now that are creating content that they don't know like how to earn, like what to do to gain your own target audience, how to earn. Some people are not making comedy skits, they're just promoting their brands and they don't know how to promote it, and then boom, they will like make sales from it. So what you have to understand is that you have to understand the right path that you take for you to like start like making it big in social media.
Yeah.
Now, content creating, like I said earlier on, I said it is almost like a norm of the day. A lot of people are into it. For you, I don't know how old you are. I'm not ready to ask you, but do you think content creating can be enough for you?
Can be enough, yes. Because I like content creating. This is my passion. I love it. So looking at my mentors in that line, I've seen what they achieved, what they have achieved, and what they are achieving. So if I'm looking at that and I'm setting my pace right there, and I'll be like, okay, I can also get there, and I can start like living like the way they are. So that is what is keeping me going.
Well, quickly, because of the want of time here, your social media handles. I'm going to be one of your followers right now.
Okay, it is my Kidire on TikTok and Instagram.
Say that again.
Kidire, KIDDIE_REY. Kidire.
Kidire_Ray.
Ray, yes.
At okay,
That
Kidire_Ray.
Yes.
That's on IG.
IG and TikTok.
And TikTok.
Yes.
So if you, I would just suggest that we all should. Where's my phone? I'm going for. I have. This is looking at that because I think mommy has actually. She's the reason why I want to do this.
Exactly right, and I would prefer to call him Kiddy Ray though, because I mean you're the fine boy TD. I don't want fine boy Ray to take that away from you. So yeah, Kiddy Ray, we got you.
All right, then we'd like to thank you and wish you the very best, kid. Oh, sorry, Kid Ray. let me put the Ray there so that people don't think you're just a kid. This is an amazing content
creator. Yes, he is.
So I as much as I would love to follow him.
Me too.
I would definitely go do that. What's your advice? What's your message to the younger content creators that we have?
Just keep doing you and then be consistent.
Consistency
means a whole lot. Kid Ray, thanking you indeed. Best regards to mommy. She's doing well. She's doing well.
Yes.
All right then. We'll go on a short break right here. We'll bring you a couple of facts that you need to get to know about. And when we return, before we say our BYEs, we'll serve you what we need to serve. Stay with us.
Soursop is a fruit also known as graviola. Limited availability of cultural preferences. In terms of the global market, soursop has gained attention as a niche fruit and is often sought after by health-conscious consumers who are looking for alternative and exotic fruits. The fruit is also gaining popularity in the herbal and natural health product industries, where soursop extracts, teas, and supplements are marketed for their potential medicinal properties. However, it is important to mention that while soursop is enjoyed by many, its consumption rate may not be as widespread as more common fruits like bananas, apples, or oranges.
Thanking you indeed for being here with us. And the fruit report, honestly, I don't know, how often do you eat fruit?
No, I eat fruits almost on a daily basis.
Mm.
Yeah, but me, I was gonna throw this at you. Do you eat soursop?
No, I don't.
This particular
No,
one.
no.
Okay, I mean, fortunately for someone like me, I actually have it all around me. My
Okay.
mom has it, and over time, I'm not a fan of it too, but my children do like it. You've never tried it before?
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay,
I'm
maybe you would want to try it out.
Yeah, I'm actually a fan of bananas,
Okay,
apples.
I understand liking bananas anyway.
I like
As a
bananas.
man,
Yeah,
you should like
honestly,
bananas.
I like it. It helps with digestion for me at all times. But then, just like apples, at all times.
Fruits are just a necessity, and I don't think we should overlook that.
Yeah, don't overlook it. When you have the likes of Sheyi Babatunde, whereby it's agbalumo, you can eat agbalumo, a whole basket of.
Why did you do like
yeah,
this?
It's like that. But
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
It's
No
been a
doubt.
beautiful time today on Spring Delight. I hope you had a good time and we had a good time too. It was beautiful having to speak to Dr. Tunde, who spoke to us about prevention of suicide, depression, and everything in general. And of course, we had that young content creator who came here to tell us like you can't do what no one has done before. The best thing you can do for yourself is carve a niche and come out different. It's gonna be a wrap about that on Spring Delight today.
Thank you all indeed for being a part of us. We'll be back again next week, Saturday, on another edition of this program, Spring Delight from Western Spring Television, the Irresistible TD on X. Tunde Idowu is my name. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.
Yes, and of course, follow me on all social media platforms at simply_Ajibs2, and I'm gonna follow you right back. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.
Bye.